What's up, Fruitful investors? In this video, I'll be talking about how I buy so much real estate with none of my own money, and you can too. Stay tuned. So if you've been following me, you know that we buy a lot of real estate to date. I've been investing for about 12 years, and we've bought and sold over 100 properties, and 99 of those properties, I use zero of my own funds. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I did that and how you can too, because I wish someone gave me this blueprint when I started, because I had to kind of figure this out all on my own as I went. You guys can do it much faster. Number one, expertise. People wanna do business with people they trust. So if they don't trust you, if they think you're gonna lose all their hard-earned money, they're not gonna wanna do business with you. So yeah, like people are literally using their hard-earned money, their life savings, their retirement, the equity in their home. They do not want to lose that investment. So what makes them feel more comfortable is when you, the expert, know your niche inside and out. So you got to specialize. Number one, I always talk about this. You guys know this. So for example, to kind of make sense of this, when I started off, I only bought single family properties. That was my expertise. That's what I renovated the most during my apprenticeship when I was a carpenter in my late teens, early 20s. So it was a good transition for me to keep specializing in single family properties. So that's what I did. I know how to renovate them inside and out. I know how to attract the best quality tenants. I know how to get the most rent. I know all the prices and the comps in the area, because this is all I do, man, is single family properties in this one location as well, inside and out. So not only am I a specialist in my niche, which is single family or residential real estate, I'm also a laser specialist in the location. I only specialize in one area, and I still do to this day. 12 years later, I still only focus in Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. It's a town of about 600,000 people. It's a pretty big city, big enough for me to do business, and that's all I do, man, that's it. Now, a lot of investors, as they get bigger and bigger, they start branching off. No problem. Don't do that at the beginning, because it looks like you're wishy-washy, right? Nobody can trust you. Oh, you did this deal over here. Now you're 6 hours over there. Now you're across the country over there. You can get away with it, but I'm telling you, if you're laser focused, people will start trusting you and wanting to do business with you that much more. Nobody wants to do business with like a handyman. What's that saying? Jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. We don't want that. We want to be laser focused and experts. So once you become an expert, or you at least pick a niche that you want to dive into, number two, social media branding. Now again, if you guys know me, you kind of know my story. If you don't, I'll go over it real quick. I've raised all my money, all my partnership money, all my private funding money for my flips, all the money I've ever raised, which to date is about $30 million. That really all came in the past 5-6 years specifically. $30 million was all on YouTube. Yes, all the money I've ever raised has come from social media. I don't go to seminars for the purpose of shaking hands and pitching and, hey, my name's Matt Piche, Fruitful investor. I do these deals in Kitchener-Waterloo. Want to invest with me? I don't do that shit. That's 1991 shit. That's the old world of marketing. It's just not my style. I don't do that. So I go to those seminars to get pumped up, to meet with my friends, see acquaintances, learn what they're doing. Cool. That's what I go to seminars for, but I do not go to pitch people. That's the worst thing. Nobody wants to be pitched to in 2021, which I'm sure you can attest to that too. We're just smarter than that nowadays. So what you got to do is social media branding and get to people in the comfort of their home. Okay. We don't really want to get to them, like, trick them, but you want to get in front of them is a better thing I should have said. You want to get in front of them in the comfort of their home when they're sitting on their couch at 7 p.m. at night. They got their pajamas on, the kids are in bed, they got the popcorn out, like whatever. That's when people are comfortable and they want to see what you're doing on their own terms. So that's how the millennial generation specifically, which is the next biggest generation coming in. So you gotta learn your audience. These guys, me, like my generation, we do not like to be sold to like our parents did, the boomers and stuff like that before them. They like to meet and talk and be sold to and listen. We don't like that. So you gotta learn your audience. So anyway, and even the boomers nowadays, they're becoming more introverted just as we are as a whole society. So anyway, can't stress it enough. Social media. So like I said, I raised 30 million from this. And how you wanna do this is track record, right? So like all social media really is a virtual resume. Like that's the whole thing I use for YouTube. Like that's why I make these videos. This is just a virtual resume, so that when somebody sparks interest in what I'm doing or wants to learn more about me, I'm just like, yo, youtube.com/thefruitfulinvestor. Go subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, right? And they go and they see what I'm doing. They see the past flips. They see the after, but the before and the afters. They're blown away. Whoa, Matt, you do such a great job. You definitely are an expert. Here's my money, right? That's literally how it works. So I'm showing the before and afters. Now, if you're probably saying, Matt, I haven't bought any properties yet. I'm not like you at this point. I'm not buying 2 deals a month, etc. I don't have a track record to show. Neither did I. How I started off was doing these kind of whiteboard videos, educating on my niche and my location. That's where I started. Like when I started this whole YouTube thing, I only had 1 property, 1 rental and 1 primary residence. That's it. So anybody can do this. And I've helped a lot of people do this. In fact, if you want to learn how to do social media marketing and how to do it specifically for the purpose of attracting joint venture partners, I have an entire course on it, little plug. Check the description below, check that out, unlimited cash. And I teach you exactly what I do on a daily basis because there is a science to it. It's not just doing videos, there's a science to it, and we want to do calls to actions. So we want to call to action, which means we want to basically tell people like, hey, if you're interested in partnering with me, let me know. Like we do that in a more savvy, tech savvy way, the way I'm going to teach you how to do it in that course. But we want to slip those in strategically when we're doing our whiteboard video. So if you have no properties, no problem. Just talk about your area and your niche, teach on it. For example, like mine was single family. I used to teach how to find good single families, how to renovate a good single family, how to attract the best tenants in single family real estate. Like those are video titles I would do and did back then. So that's how you kind of start building your brand, your following. Then you start buying more deals. You do the before and afters and the social media part. Dude, you're killing. Like that's what people want to see. They want to work with experts who can actually do what they say they're going to do. Number 3, how I get so much money and buy so many properties is I find good deals, like actual good deals. So at this point in my career in life, we're focusing more on the flips, which is the active income portion of my business. And I'm always looking for private funds. And because of my social media, like, you know, we're just attracting so much money into my business. And that's because I find good deals. People know I'm buying them under market value. So it's easy for them to jump in and partner with me or lend to me. Super, super easy, right? And same thing if you're doing MLS deals. So we know right now on MLS, we can't really find like good undervalued deals. MLS is crazy. But if you're doing long-term real estate, like I always say, you can definitely still buy a ton of great deals on MLS. You might have to be more creative. So when I buy deals on MLS, which I still am every day, almost every day, with partners, is we're doing things like duplex conversions. So we're changing the use of the property. So yeah, I'm paying market value today on this bungalow, but I'm gonna change the use and duplex it and make the value way up here because I changed the whole thing. So I can get away with paying market value for a deal because I'm raising the value so much, etc. So we gotta get a little more creative. What I'm trying to say is if you find actual good deals, it'll be way easier to convince people or to attract people to want to partner with you on those deals. So that's the 3 points I want to make. Be an expert, specialize in one niche and in one location. Become a social media master by getting our course below, Unlimited Cash. I teach you everything I've done and what I'm still doing to this day to attract a ton of money. And you want to actually find good deals, and that comes from being an expert. So it's a nice little circle here. If you like this video, if you learned anything, smash that like button. Also hit that subscribe button so we can see more of each other. I'll see you in the next video.